England versus Scotland, a rivalry for the ages, the opening of the Six Nations Championship at Twickenham, the Calcutta Cup, a match for the ages, and it marked the 150th anniversary since the sides first met. There was hotly anticipated on the back of England's Autumn Nations Cup and Six Nations win last year. Scotland picked up momentum with a victory over Wales in the autumn. But all the talk, could Scotland end their 38-year wait for a win at Twickenham? England came into the match naming an unexperienced front row, and it was these players that gave away the penalty, which gave Finn Russell the chance to put Scotland in the lead. Youngster Cameron Redpath continued the momentum for Scotland, and it was them, not England, who looked like they were going to score the first try. England, who have been criticised in recent weeks playing boring, unexpansive and unimaginative rugby, followed in the same footsteps, with Eddie Jones coming under a lot of criticism. England's ill discipline in the first 20 minutes went on to cost them dear, with Billy Vunipola being sent to the bin for 10 minutes. Scotland, who to this point had failed to make their advantage count, were only 3-0 up, but added a try through Van der Merwe, who went in the corner. The celebrations were short-lived, however, with Owen Farrell adding a 3-point reply just shortly after this. England were rewarded with a penalty only minutes later, and on review, Finn Russell was also sent to the bin for a trip on Owen Farrell. Owen Farrell himself stepped up to take the kick and halved the arrears to only 2 points heading into the break. The second half followed in much the same fashion, and it was Scotland on the front foot throughout the most of it. England, who failed to get more than 7 phases put together through most points of the match, ended up resulting in kicking down the field rather than running the ball through the hands. A succession of box kicks, spiral kicks and punt kicks downfield led Scotland just to run up through the field and charge back at England, and added another penalty to make it 6-11 with about 50 minutes gone. A raft of penalties, and England's penalty count at this point was in double digits. Scotland had chances to extend the lead, but missed penalties. Scotland, who were relentless from minute 1 to minute 80, kept up this high-intensity nature and managed to win a maul and ultimately kick the ball out for their first victory since 1983. You could have been forgiven. It was a Scotland home game at Murrayfield, given the cheers at the end, but England have a lot to answer for and a lot of work to do in this coming week before they face Italy. Scotland, on the other hand, are on an upward trajectory. This follows a victory against Wales in the autumn. They are at home to Wales again at the weekend, with Wales looking for revenge, with Italy travelling to Twickenham in a match that England simply must get the full match 5 points for.